It was
definitely not me.
And here we go.
Finish him.
Finally live.
Did I push the wrong button? That's a new one.
Oh, man. Good stuff, isn't it?
It's a good start.
I think so.
It's going to be really good to get the producer back.
When?
Yeah.
I don't know, whenever he comes back, if he ever does.
He's not. He retired. He quit.
You didn't retire. You shut your mouth.
Yeah. Shut your mouth when you talk to me.
100%.
Wait. So what?
Yeah, that's such a solid laugh.
That's even better.
Such a solid laugh.
Solid, not liquid.
Oh, that really?
We throwing out Metal Gear
Buddy,
references
you gotta
now?
tell me what emoji face you used in our meeting today.
Oh my god.
Are you using emoji faces here?
Oh my god. You don't want to know what emoji face I want to use.
Listen, it's when the supervisor says, Bonnie, I see the emoji face that you used in the. I was like, because here's the thing. This is a shortened version of it. Basically, there's a new system that's coming out, and Bonnie was one of the testers for the system, and she told them some things that was wrong. They didn't want to listen. Well, guess what? That we were supposed to launch it today. They had to move it to Tuesday because something she told them didn't work. And so she didn't say nothing when she didn't say nothing. She just put an emoji in the chat, and everybody knew what it was for.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah,
that's good.
I have to watch my words.
What's going on, y'all? This is the Marauders. We are here with you every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And of course, you know I could not do this alone. I have such an amazing crew with me. We're gonna start right below me with the ladies first.
I'm epic fail today because I still haven't watched Boba.
Oh my gosh!
How many episodes behind are you?
Sorry, all of them.
See, and we're gonna have to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
I know. So when you talk about it, just feel like earmuffs, and I'll take my headphones off.
Just take your headphones off.
Yeah, because we gonna have to talk about. There's no way around.
No, I don't want to hear it. Like after last week, I would have been fine, but because of the conversation and the group text and everything, I'm like, oh crap, no, I don't want spoilers.
When I talk to them, this is all I could say, bro. That's it. I can't say nothing else because before they saw it, there's events that took place. I couldn't say one word because then it was just the whole thing. That's why I just said, listen, the opening scene is crazy. That's all I said.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get into it, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
But anyway, before we get into it, we got Epic Fail, and who's right next to you?
Oh, that would be me. I am the foundling for reasons that we cannot discuss. So, yeah.
And above him?
Hey, just Joey here today.
Oh,
I didn't have time to come up with here. I'll change it right now.
No, just Joey.
It's too late.
I like
It's not too late. Nothing's too late, sir.
That's just Joey, and I'm Ace DeLorean. And I said that because of my great shirt that the wife got me. I take that back. Charlie got me this shirt. She told Mommy to get it. So yeah,
did a good job.
Ace DeLorean today. And like I said, we are the Marauders. And so there's been a lot of stuff going on. So a couple of y'all have finally saw the Nevers. What are your thoughts?
I have not.
Hold on. Where's my phone? Hold on. I had to get that.
Yeah.
Seriously, before we get into that, I forgot to ask, we need to talk about our sponsor who makes this happen every week.
Look at that. Man, this producer's killing it today. That's all I have to say.
He is. Yes, thank you, Sonic. If you have not already done so, download the apps. You get your half price drinks all the time.
All the time.
And they just recently had the 50-cent corn dogs a week ago. So
that and Butterfinger Blast
specials and everything else on the app. So yeah, a couple of y'all seen the Nevers. What are your first thoughts? We ain't gotta really spoil it, but what are your thoughts?
Well, when you say I've seen the Nevers, I've seen the opening episode, not all the way through. So far, great, but my context is very small.
Okay, Shane, Was I accurate when I said that it's Umbrella Academy meets X-Men?
So yes, and then obviously I'm not going to spoil for people who haven't seen it, but there's
Yeah.
twists in it that I was
Yes.
not prepared for.
Yes.
Like legitimately, you said like, and I totally forgot you said it because it took me a week to get through it, and you had told me like there's an episode where you're going to think it's a different show, and I'm like, oh whatever. Legitimately, I stopped it and I exited the thing to look at which episode number I was on. Like
yeah, I did the exact same thing.
just
Like
completely.
I said, wait a minute, what am I watching? And I had to pause it and it said, no, episode such and such and such. I was like, oh, and it was like you said, the twists and turns in this show are so unexpected. The writing is completely incredible. My mind was blown because I'm like, I've never heard anything about this. Like, what in the world am I watching?
Does HBO even advertise their shows anymore? Like, how did this thing just came out?
What they do is
It's been
they
out for a
kind of
minute.
do like Apple. You know what I'm saying? Like before you watch the show that you're trying to watch, they will do a trailer of something. Or if you're a subscriber to HBO, they send it to you in an email like, hey, this is coming out. So they don't
learn what TV advertising is.
Yeah, but that probably saves the money on them putting it towards the show versus using it towards
They did advertising for Peacekeeper.
Yeah, but Peacekeeper is attached to the Suicide Squad, and the Suicide Squad is like a flagship thing for them. This isn't. I don't think this would be listed. I mean,
I want to say I saw like a preview for Nethers, but while I was watching stuff on HBO Max, so I think that's how you get it.
And that's
HBO's always been good about these weird. Like I don't know if you've ever seen. Is it Carnival Row? There was only like 2 seasons of it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Wait, Carnival Row, ain't that? They got Gaston in it.
I believe so. But one of my favorite shows of all time. But it ends like season 2. It ends on like you just know it needed 2 more seasons,
right?
But they never got it. And it's one of those shows that like I will always be mad at myself for watching because I love it so much, but I will never be satisfied with it.
See, that was the thing. You threatened my life with the Nevers. Like you was like, bro, if we don't get a season 2, it's over for you.
I'm gonna be pissed because I hate when you get so invested in a group of characters in a show and then you don't get the ending. Like it's just I know we're getting
the world of anime.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we're getting the second half of season 1 supposedly this year. It's already confirmed, and I don't know if it's been fully shot. I know COVID delayed it, but it's from what I've read, it looks like it's going to be early summer. So I am thrilled.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like you said, HBO does have an incredible. They have good shows. I mean, Succession.
So many.
There's another one on there. I'm supposed to start watching Euphoria.
No, yep, Euphoria. I love you. I love Euphoria.
I know I am. I was
Euphoria
told by my
wild.
niece to watch it, and I was like, I'll watch it.
Your niece is how old is your niece?
She's 22 or something.
Okay,
she's older.
So if she is not out of high school, don't let her watch it.
She is.
Okay.
Because my kids, no.
She's an adult.
I'm gonna get a drink while you're finishing this conversation.
Okay. So yeah. So anyway, HBO's killing it. We got some stuff like The Boys should be coming pretty soon, right?
Yeah, The Boys is very soon, isn't it?
God.
Oh, she ain't even finished The Boys.
I haven't.
She ain't finished The Boys.
Have you done anything?
I needed not this last couple of weeks. You heard, what Ace DeLorean said, and then I had drill this weekend.
You didn't finish what's his name yet either. What's the show?
I have not, but I have a child yelling, so I'll be right back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mandalorian. I mean, welcome to the Marauders. Life happens.
June 3rd, 2022 for The Boys.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Yeah. What else is coming out? What else is coming out this year? Because I know we got
Halo, Lord of the Rings,
and we got the other Star Wars, Cassian Andor, whatever.
Yeah. Andor. Which
and
I'm
then you've got
so excited.
And we're probably
Obi-Wan.
We're getting Obi-Wan, and we might get Mandalorian season 3 at the end of the year.
No,
the rumor is the end of the year.
That's the rumor. It hasn't been confirmed one way.
It's already been started filming.
Yeah, but it's been delayed too.
No, I read that it's not delayed.
They need Star Wars needs three. They need 3 series.
They do.
I guess,
Yes.
They do. But when is what's his name coming out? I know I keep saying what's his name because it's so much stuff. But I'm talking about Acolyte. When is Acolyte coming out?
I don't know.
Did they put out a
I don't think we have a
timeline?
date on Acolyte.
Do they do like Marvel does?
Oh, they just put a trailer out for or they did a first look or something for what
It's still a ways off. I think they were just talking about they're working on it.
Secret Invasion.
I'm just not. I don't know.
They did wrap Aquaman though. They did wrap up on that. So that's cool.
I'm trying to see. From what I see, it hasn't been delayed.
Okay.
It says that it says they started filming in October.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong. What would be the first time?
Last thing I saw was that it was that they delayed it, but it's a bunch of stuff because definitely what's delayed right now is Black Panther. It's been delayed, and it's not this time. It's not Letitia
Okay.
Wright. It's
not her fault.
Yeah.
It's who?
Shiri.
It's not her.
Yeah, it's somebody else got COVID or something.
I'm trying to figure out. You said the Acolyte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of looking too.
I'm really excited to see Andor though. That's Andor. It's like
I will say, so to kind of not talk too much about Mandalorian yet, but I was always kind of I hated the fact that Boba Fett wasn't more gritty, and then we had this last episode, and it was like, okay, yeah, this is. I mean, you can still be gritty in a Disney series and it feel good. It gives me hope for Andor because I feel like Andor needs to be. I mean, it's that spy kind of. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But Rogue One was kind of like that, and so if they're gonna take the page off of Rogue One,
right?
And that's the thing. Rogue One is not high on my list, but the series itself, like you said, a spy film like James Bond-ish in Star Wars. Sign me up. Let's do it.
So Acolyte hasn't even begun to production yet. It's slated to begin. It says slated to begin mid-2022.
Maybe they're trying to find fans to be a part of the making of it first.
They're trying to get a feel if
But there is, there's quite a bit on the agenda for Disney Plus and or Star Wars and Disney Plus this year.
Yep. They've been talking about casting a lot for Ahsoka. They added somebody else to casting.
What's Marvel got coming?
Secret Invasion. That's what I was just saying.
The TV series. Yeah.
And then we have who has Moon Knight? Is that HBO? Or is that
no, that's Marvel.
So what's going to happen with that since the lead actor just died?
That's not
no,
the lead
that wasn't
actor.
The lead actor.
Wasn't the lead actor?
Oh, that's the villain. Lead actor is Oscar Isaac.
Okay, I had no idea. So wow, he's got 2 Disney Plus series coming.
What other one he got?
No, I'm really stupid. Just ignore I said that. We're gonna back
up. When's Halo coming?
So we get the trailer Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
All that matters. We get the trailer Sunday during the crappy AFC Championship.
Is the trailer for what? Is the trailer for the video game or the live action joint?
The TV series.
And what is that coming on?
Paramount Plus, which I now have just for Halo.
Oh God. I mean, I am so excited.
I have to.
Did anybody else watch? We haven't seen anything on Lord of the Rings yet, but did you guys see just the announcement trailer they put together where they just showed the logo?
And it wasn't CGI.
It wasn't CGI.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And I'm not a fan.
You know what? I'm Googling this. We're going to see if I can get my screen to work. Hold on.
It was really cool to watch.
I saw it.
Sounds so excited, Joey.
I'm not excited about
listen, if it's like what Peter Jackson did, if it's like that, if it's like what Token made, absolutely, I'm going to be the most excited of all of you. I just don't believe after I watched The Wheel of Time and the travesty they pushed on us, I'm just afraid. I rightfully should be afraid. Okay, I will come out and say I'm wrong. Great. It hasn't been good for him so far.
You will not be more excited than I am. No.
Okay. That's fine. You
But
just asked why I sound down.
I have more
and I'm
faith because I have more faith because one, they spent $1 billion on it. It's got a bigger budget, and they filmed it in New Zealand.
But
so like
I
we're
know
2
I
for
get
2.
that. But my problem with other things isn't the budget.
But you're comparing it to a completely different show. Like
Okay.
none of those showrunners have
You're
anything
right.
to do
I
with
should
this
be
show.
excited, and I should just trust them 100%.
Don't be negative, Nancy.
Yes,
Change
I trust them
your
100%. This is
change
going
it
to be the
negative
greatest
Nancy.
show. Dude, I'm putting all my money in.
Finish him.
Finish him.
I'm muting him.
Wow.
At
Finally,
least
Joey-
he's not
Joey's in
comparing it
timeout.
to episode 8.
Joey's in timeout until he's done talking bad about Lord
Nobody
of the Rings.
caught
Don't
that?
steal my excitement.
I just said it's the greatest show ever, and I can't wait
Don't steal my
to see
excitement.
this.
Okay? Don't steal. There's 2 shows that 3 shows. Obi-Wan, you can't say anything wrong about Obi-Wan. You can't say anything wrong about
super
Halo.
excited about
You
Obi-Wan.
can't say anything about Lord of the Rings.
And here's the deal: Disney
My
has,
entire year is based on these 3 shows.
I might have
Disney-
some concerns.
Disney
about
has done
Halo.
some things to make me excited, right? Amazon. I mean, yeah, there is some good stuff. I'm not saying
Invincible.
that.
Is there?
I know Invincible, The Boys.
Boys.
The
I know.
Boys.
I get it.
I'm not
The
gonna let y'all.
Expanse. No, I get it. There are things. You got to understand. I'm coming off the Wheel of Time, which is a fantasy
Brutal.
type thing, and it's
based off
awful.
of books.
Yeah, but the Wheel of Time was his Star Wars, though, so I understand why he's upset.
Wheel
I
of
wouldn't
Time
call it
was
Star Wars, but it was.
It was
I love
as
it.
bad as
Okay,
you could
so
Right,
it
right.
was your GoBots to your Transformers.
Whatever you want to call. That's fine.
Dude, it
call
was
it my
so
Star
bad.
Wars. That's
I
fine.
mean, it was such utter garbage.
I literally,
Garbage.
People understand that.
we literally can count books. Like I just don't read books, guys. And so this one, I have actually gone through all the books, and so that's why it's so near and dear to me. I'm sure I would be more like that if I read more books, but I don't.
Yeah.
Why can I not share screens anymore? Like,
Because nobody wants you to.
obviously they don't. I don't understand why it. Anyway, I'm frustrated.
It was a good little preview.
Well, we're not getting to watch it.
And the
'cause
only
my-
thing I found interesting was the fact it wasn't CGI.
Did anybody get to watch that interview with all the Spider-Mans with Tom Holland and?
No.
Oh, it's so.
Post-
good.
Is it
Huh?
post the movie?
Yeah, they just did this one on. You can check it on YouTube,
I might have
but
to
it's Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire just talking about the stuff, and it's so good. You got to check it out.
Yeah, Joey, if y'all haven't realized this, really enjoyed that that Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man was great. I told Ahmad, for me, it was. Everybody's seen it here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're past the
Right. Well, I told him, for me, it was like I was already like, as it's going on, I'm like, man, I really like this. I really like this. This is good. This is good. The moment that I was like, okay, this is the best movie ever, was when Andrew Garfield saves her when she's fallen and he grabs her. And I'm just like, the fact that this guy, after what has it been, 5 years, still has the redemptive story after that. Like, we get that. It was just such a cool thing. And that made so much of it for me. Anyway.
Well, I just think this movie, and we've kind of talked about it, it wasn't just the trilogy closer for Tom Holland.
100%,
trilogy
yeah.
closer for all of them. I mean, it
Right.
closed all the Spider-Man movies.
Well, and what's cool though, and they said this in that interview, was like they were talking about how cool it was, like what would have happened to Peter Parker in our universe or the main Marvel universe if the other 2 Spider-Man didn't come to help him get through that. Could we have seen would he have gone down a darker path? The fact that they had to come in and actually help him get to where he needed to get, it was really cool take. And by bringing them in, it wasn't like it was integral to the story, right? It was needed. It wasn't just like, hey, we're just going to throw this in there. It was a story. That story came first, which was awesome. So,
yeah, I think for me, my favorite scene was just them talking about their experiences as Spider-Man and so you wait a minute, you don't use cartridges? Like, how does it come out? Like,
yeah.
That was gold.
Like, yeah.
And then when they're on the top and they're like they're talking about who's the baddest guy. That whole scene when they're up there, like when he cracks his back, like Dude, I could have watched a whole movie just on those three interacting.
Right.
Yeah, they should have had a Spider-Man series.
I just
Disney
wish
Plus
that
series.
Stanley could have seen it all.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have the Batman movie coming out too.
Yes.
In March.
Yeah.
But it
I
got
liked
a
the
PG-13.
preview.
Speaking of the Batman, the first screening that they showed, it was a 4-hour cut.
Jesus.
Wow.
But it's gonna be 3 hours. But that just means that obviously he has a story to tell.
How do we feel about it being PG-13?
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm okay with it after seeing because I went and watched Scream 5. No, whichever latest Scream came out. And they did a Batman.
Oh, how was
preview.
that?
Oh, I loved it.
Good.
Loved it. Oh my
Good,
gosh.
good.
But no, the preview to Batman, like there was a lot more in it than the last one I guess we got. And
yeah, I mean,
I am so excited for it now.
the thing is when it's PG-13, they can get away with I think like 2 F words. So I mean, they can still make it gritty. I mean, we saw the trailer. We saw how he was beating the dog mess out of that one dude. So I mean, the violence is gonna be there. So
Yeah.
here's my thing. A rating to a movie doesn't bother me as long as the story of the movie is great.
100%.
Right.
Completely.
And were Christopher Nolan's rated R?
No.
Yeah, so
They
yeah,
weren't,
who
were they?
cares?
I don't know. I don't know what the rating.
I don't think they were.
Dark
Then-
Knight.
They were PG-13.
Dark Knight.
Then in May we got Doctor Strange and John Wick 4.
So out of
John
all
Wick
of those
4.
movies, which one are you got? Which one is the one that you're looking forward to the most?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
for me,
Strange.
multiverse.
See,
And then second for me is John Wick, and then Batman.
Yeah,
John
probably
Wick
same
is
here.
last for me.
Batman is not high on
just-
my list.
It's not
That's
high on my list.
Well, you know why that's not high on your list? Because you already got doubts about Twilight Boy.
Twilight Boy?
Oh, what's
Yeah.
his name?
Did you
Robert
not?
Pattinson?
You
I
haven't.
saw Edward.
Yeah, no, that's my hang up too. Ahmad's spot on.
Yeah, but why though? You saw him in
I get it.
What's his
And-
name?
I know.
I'm just
with
waiting
you.
on him to sparkle and then Batman suit.
What I'm
He's
saying.
not gonna sparkle. He looks really good in it.
Come
Like
on.
even
Looks,
after
he looks like he
I've
lost
seen
50
Tenet, right?
pounds. Like, no, man.
Did you
I
see
know.
Tenet? Shane?
Yes, and he was good, but he
So hold on, time out. Let me ask my question. So you saw Tenet, which was an action movie, which was a
Phenomenal.
spy
It was
movie.
great. Yeah, great
He
movie.
was in it, but that didn't give you a good sample size for him to be Batman.
I didn't
No, I
say.
didn't.
I just he just doesn't.
I'm gonna
look
be honest.
Like Batman.
I would have rather freaking Denzel Washington's son been Batman. He feels more like Batman to me than
So you didn't
and
like.
that's
the
not me
trailer at
being
all.
woke. I
didn't say I didn't like
it's
it.
the build, and it's the attitude.
You're one
Pattinson
Batman.
just-
You're one
Pat-
Batman.
Yeah, Pattinson just has a smaller build.
Yeah,
and
he
it
just
just
doesn't. He looks weird.
Again,
but
I
but
want him to prove me wrong. I want to go
Right.
in and go,
But this is-
wow, I
this
see
is-
it.
This is why I am not concerned about it. For one, I'm a fan of Matt Reeves and the stuff that he's done. The Apes movies, even though I still haven't seen the last one, I'm gonna watch it. So please don't spoil it. I'm gonna watch it. But the Apes
There's
movie,
monkeys.
right? But then on top of that, I didn't think Christian Bale was gonna be a good Batman. I'm Michael Keaton is my Batman, but when I saw Christian Bale, I was like, all right, that's my number 2. And that's over Val, that's over Clooney. Because
That was
all I
so
saw
good.
in the movie, Clooney was just Clooney. Like he wasn't even Bruce Wayne or Batman. He was just Clooney.
Clooney doesn't have to be anything but Clooney.
But that's what I'm
But he
saying
was
though. Like when
better
you
than
become
Christian
a part,
Bale.
it's like we talked about with Morpheus. I mean,
Isn't-
Lawrence Fishburne. He's always Morpheus. So
It's
all I'm
true.
saying is
Go.
Christian Bale, all I saw him was who he was, like when he was in Shaft and all that other stuff. And I was like, there's no way he could be Batman. And then he won me over.
Dude, Christian Bale killed it.
Dude,
Right.
those three
So,
movies.
And Tenet was a good enough sample size for me to be like, Robert Pattinson is not just Twilight.
Keaton's still my favorite, but
I told you, that's my Batman.
I want
yeah.
another Ben Affleck
Keaton,
Batman.
then Ben Affleck.
again, and
And
what do
Clooney.
I compare it to the 90s animated show. Whoever's closest to that is who it is. Like, if I get a Joker that's like Mark Hamill from the night, done. That's my Joker.
See, here's the thing. Ben Affleck has the build of the Batman from
Agreed.
the
He
series.
didn't get a good script.
He didn't get a good movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he didn't even get a
Aff-
Batman movie.
Affleck never got a good
See,
shot.
the ultimate cut of Batman versus Superman was okay, except for they couldn't do anything about Jesse Eisenberg as Joker.
Yeah, that was god awful.
There was a rumor the other day that Marvel's in talks with Henry Cavill and with Batman. What's his name?
Ben Affleck.
Ben
Affleck to bring them to the Marvel universe together.
Do it.
Henry Cavill needs to be cast in everything.
Have y'all seen
Only as The Witcher?
The Last Duel?
Oh God, yes.
Bonnie.
I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
Shane told me about this movie. It's got Kylo Ren. It's got Matt Damon. And it's got surprise
Driver
and Ben Affleck in it.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
He has blonde hair. Like, it was crazy.
Interesting.
And Matt Damon is fat. It was crazy.
That's funny. And that's funny that those two are in it. How old is the movie?
It just came
out.
New? Last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Because those two, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, did all those movies way back when or whatever. Yeah. And then the Mallrats, Dogma, all those.
So
it's not a happy movie. You're not going to come out of it like uplifted, but it is amazing.
But it's a thinker. It's one of those. Here's the thing. You get perspectives from the movie. Like you see, like say if the movie was about us, right? So a quarter of the movie would be what I thought of something. The quarter of the movie would be what Bonnie thought of something, and then Joey, and then Shane. Like it was perspectives, but you saw the same scene in a different way. It was the movie is.
So it's set in like it's set in like the medieval times, and it's based off of a rape that occurred in a duel that resulted from the rape. And then you get like each perspective.
Does he take off a glove and he whap him across the face?
No,
he took off the glove and slapped it on the floor though.
It's a lot more serious. Nice. Like, I mean, it's legitimate. And dude,
again?
The Last Duel. The acting is phenomenal.
I think it's on HBO, right?
I love Adam Driver too. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Dead Don't Die with Bill Murray and him.
No.
Love him.
No. So I think it is on HBO. I saw it in theaters, but I think it is on HBO now.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
So
but it's well worth watching.
Ahmad, what are you more excited about? July, we're getting either Thor or Black Adam.
Ooh.
That is a hard
Natalie Portman's in Thor, so I'm here for Thor.
And I get that. And did you see that thing I sent you of Natalie Portman?
What are you talking about? Did I see it? It's my screensaver.
Listen,
bro.
The Rock is the dude on my list that I have to meet before I die. So,
are you going to get all high pitched and starstruck?
You really want to bring that up? The two people in my life that I had that happen to was Stone Cold and Timberland. Timberland was the worst. Stone Cold was. I got myself together and at least spoke to him, but Timberland.
I don't know if you could do it for The Rock, though.
I
don't know if you could do it for The Rock.
I would probably start crying. Well, I met Cena though. I met Cena and I spoke to Cena.
Yeah, but were you as starstruck?
Yeah, I was. That was Cena.
I do have a funny story about the Cena thing. I never understood the whole.
You can't see me.
Yeah, and Phil had to explain it to me the other day.
So that picture I put in the group chat when I was like, I met John Cena and you didn't get it. Oh god.
I mean, I didn't watch wrestling. When he was in it? So.
Okay, so John Cena is Hulk Hogan of our time. If that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
So
Hulk Hogan means nothing to you either?
I mean, I know who Hulk Hogan is, but I mean,
Hogan means a lot to me.
Yes.
Thank you,
yeah. I mean, I know
Yes,
who
brother. Yes, brother. I got you. Miss Elizabeth, come on.
I mean, I know the era.
Go ahead, Joe.
Macho Man. There's a story about Macho. Dude, they were so drugged up all through that era. I mean, literally, like they do cocaine. They'd come out there, and if you know that and you watch these interviews, you go, it makes sense. There's a story of Macho Man where he's driving. This is a true story. Driving his car. Somebody, as he's in his car, he's got his window down. Someone next to him asks him for an autograph. He then gets out of his car, pulls the guy out of his car, and body slams. This guy goes to prison, but he body slams him like, "There's your autograph."
Look, Hogan was on a show and this
Oh
dude
my
was
God.
talking about something. He choked the dude out to where the dude passes out.
Guys.
And this was on camera. Like this was live on the show. And he just sitting up here holding this dude and the dude passes.
It was a wild time in
Different
wrestling.
era.
Like it was different.
Yeah, because they weren't allowed to break
Best
character.
time.
They weren't allowed to
Dude.
break character. Like you always had to be on. Whereas now people
amazing.
know, like the real names of the people outside of their wrestling
Right.
persona, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, so all that to say, The Rock though is again like we have these time frames where there's the main wrestler who's like the biggest of the industry, like Ric Flair, then Hulk Hogan, and then The Rock, and then John Cena. Now it's Roman Reigns. Like it's so. I met John Cena and
Bret Hart in there.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, we could argue for days about like we can say
Goldberg. Yeah.
I don't think he was up there to like
Goldberg.
Not like
Goldberg
Stone
was
Cold.
I mean,
Goldberg.
Goldberg was he was big,
And that was
but he wasn't. He didn't stay at the top as long as some of the others. He hit it, and then he was kind of down.
But when we're talking about we're talking about guys who are considered to be baby faces, though, like the good guys. Right. Like Stone Cold's a tweener. Like he was a villain and a good guy. So
Bret Hart too. He was kind of between. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you're talking about the top guy, you're talking about people who never went to be a bad guy. That's why when Hulk Hogan changed companies and became a villain, that was a big deal.
It was a big deal. Hollywood Hogan with
NWO. Like that was a huge deal. So that's what I mean by those guys, because Cena's never turned heel. Rock did turn heel, but I don't know how really you could say that he turned heel. But
I never look at it that way.
So to bring us back to this other deal. So obviously you say you want to go see Black Adam, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So this is interesting. This next year we have DC and Marvel hitting these same things in the same month. And I feel like this is not good for DC. So in November, we got The Flash and we got Wakanda Forever. And it's like immediately I'm more excited about Wakanda Forever than Flash.
And I'm not.
But I know there's a lot of hype behind Flash because they're supposed to be doing a lot of stuff like they do with the multiverse. And there's supposed to be tons of cameos and again, implementation is the key.
Oh my God, what story arc is that they're doing? What's that called?
Flashpoint.
Give me the real Superman, or I'm not going to like it.
But here's the thing. Both of those movies have drama behind them.
Right.
Like, Flash is like people want to know why they have not addressed the Ezra Miller stuff.
Right.
And then Wakanda Whatever, what are they doing with my boy, with T'Challa? So like both of them are gonna make the money just for the controversy of it.
Do you think that's smart though for DC to put their movie out so close to Marvel's?
No.
And are they going straight to streaming like they did last year?
Oh,
No,
DC?
No, they're not. They're not doing that. But here's the thing though, it just depends on when they're coming out. Like which one is coming out first?
Flash at the very beginning of very beginning of November.
If
as of right now, unless it changes.
So if anybody's interested in the Flash, they need to go opening weekend, because the problem is the legs on it is where it's going to have the problem. But it's going to depend on the word of mouth, because people really like the movie, and plus Michael Keaton is in the movie, so
which is good. That helps a lot.
So yeah, it like you said, the implementation is what's key, because if people really like it, then the legs on it will move, but then it's going to stop once,
I am going to say I'm interested to see what happens, because there's a lot of fan base that are upset that they didn't take the Flash that was from the TV series. And that's why they're like, no, I'm not going to have anything to do with the movie.
But let me ask you this though, Bonbon. Do you think we're getting swerved like Marvel typically does us? Because we in the little mini trailer thing that we saw the double Ezra Miller. What if one of those was really the TV show Flash? And I
think that's how they would get that fan base to come and actually watch the movie. That would be a smart move.
Enough to troll us like Marvel does.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in DC. Like, I just don't. I don't think.
Just, I'm gonna let you finish your question. Just a quick question. Have you seen Peacemaker?
Not yet.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Now you can finish your statement.
I think they're getting better with the HBO stuff, but I mean, if their track record right now is more negative than positive. And again, I haven't seen Peacemaker. I've heard nothing but good things, and it's their highest rated. But in my opinion, it hasn't done well.
But the thing is the reason why Peacemaker has so much hype behind it is because of the Suicide Squad. And the reason why Suicide Squad has so much hype about it is because it's still technically a part of the Snyderverse. So and that came from Justice League. So their track record right now has been super positive, because it's like before we wouldn't have never gotten a Snyder cut if the old regime that was over DC was still there. Now that that regime is there, like who would have ever thought that we would have got a Peacemaker show? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm with you, but what I'm saying is like the things that I liked, they're not duplicating, right? Like I didn't care much for the Joker, the spinoff. I didn't care much for it. I know I'm in the vast minority on that.
That's like episode 8 material right there, brother.
I mean, I'm not going to go down that road. To me, it just I didn't enjoy it.
Count as part of the Snyder.
I know, but what I'm getting at is like the things that I liked. I liked Batman. I did like Ben Affleck as Batman. I love the Superman. I love his portrayal. The movies could have been better, but I liked him as Superman. And so like those are the things that I attached to, and now we're moving away. And of all the things to continue with, look, I'm all about Wonder Woman. I don't think like Flash didn't excite me. Like if you gave me a choice of a Batman, a Superman, or a Flash movie, I would pick Superman or Batman. And I know we're getting a Batman, but it's not the Batman I wanted.
Did you like the trailer for Flash?
What's that?
Did you like the trailer for Flash?
It was okay.
I haven't even watched it, so
it's sad. I'm just really down on DC, period.
Okay.
And I need something to just like get me super amped about DC again.
Peacemaker.
Okay.
Yeah, but you were saying
like
that it's attached to the Snyderverse, and they're like, we're done. Snyderverse stuff is done.
It's sad because I was just such a huge Batman fan growing up.
But Shane, the reason why I'm bringing up Peacemaker, because that is the most current DC product.
Yes.
Again, I related it back to where the trail comes from of their track record. So what I'm saying is when you say that you're not excited for DC right now and you haven't seen Peacemaker, then it's like there's no point of me arguing with you about it, because that makes sense to me that like most people that are excited about Peacemaker is based upon the track record.
And I'm not trying to argue with you, because I hear nothing but positives in Peacemaker. So I'm not down on that. I'm just saying I'm taking the Snyderverse, and I know Peacemaker is part of it, but I'm just taking the things that I enjoyed. Like we're talking the major three, right? Well, I guess Flash isn't one of the major three, but like I wanted more Ben Affleck and I wanted more Henry Cavill. Like I wanted to see those two characters.
You're gonna see Ben Affleck again in his bat suit. Like this
is my thing, is like we got Batman versus Superman, and then we got which is the one where they're all together, the Justice League.
Right.
But we never got Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie. I don't want to see Ben Affleck in the stupid Flash. I want to see Ben Affleck in the Batman.
But here's the thing. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? The reason we even got Justice League is because the fans wanted to see that, right?
Right.
So all I'm saying is this. It's right now they don't have Cavill and they don't have Affleck as respective Superman or Batman until the difference is the regime that's there now are the people that are making the change, because they don't have a DC extended DC EU right now. Right now they're just like, hey, this looks cool, let's green light it. This looks cool, let's green light it. Which is why we got the Joker, which is why we got the Batman. So what I'm saying is, if Affleck is that passionate about it, and the problem is he doesn't even want to be Batman right now.
Dude, you cut that man a check, he'll be Batman.
No, it's not even about the
depending
check.
on how much it made.
What it was the old regime, when they saw how his last movie did, when they were talking about letting him do his movie, it didn't do that well. So they were like, we might need to pull the plug on this. And that's what they did. So now that there's a new regime, though, and if, like you said, Affleck is a big enough actor, he's like, listen, bro, y'all just let Matt Reeves do his Batman. Let me do mine. You know, and then The Rock has already said, like, no, he wants the Snyderverse back. That's The Rock. So, you know, again, you got all these people that's on the same page about doing stuff. We don't know what Aquaman 2 is going to bring. Like, we don't know what the Flash is.
Not Amber Heard.
So,
I mean,
Well,
and again, I'm not super negative. I just if we're comparing a DC film to a Marvel film, I'm always going to pick Marvel right now. I just feel like Marvel's doing a better job overall, and it's been that way.
And
Well,
and that part I understand.
And what that really comes down to is it's like taking the time to cook the food, right? DC wanted an immediate like return, and that's why Justice League was fine, but it would have been so much better if there was the slow burn to get up to it. And
you build all your solo movies.
Marvel took the time and built the structure beneath so that they could do what they're doing.
And Thor and Iron Man and those initial movies weren't making $1 billion every time.
And that's this Spider-Man movie is not as good without all the other stuff that happened before it, right? It's like,
but I think the difference though, right, is DC, the new leadership said, listen, we're not Marvel. Marvel has found a formula that works for them. We are not Marvel. So we just need to do what works for us. Right now, they're after Wonder Woman, they started hitting some home runs. With
Wonder Woman 2 was a disaster.
Wonder Woman
was a disaster.
It wasn't as good as one.
That's
One
right.
was
That's
hands
why I
down
said
better.
take that off the table.
How do you mess
Everything
up
else
Wonder
is
Woman
right.
2? Like,
Right.
Come on. How do you mess that
have
film
her
up?
paint a wall, and it would have been successful.
Well, and I think too, like with the Joker movie and then this year one Batman movie, it's getting like those are like standalone things.
Yeah.
They don't even have anything to do with like the core stories that are, you know, like Batman and Superman and then how they all come together. Same thing that happens in Marvel. Because if we look at the actual comics, they were written like simultaneously. Some of the characters kind of, you know, are paralleled, right? So why not do it the same way as Marvel since
well, the reason why is because they failed at it. That's why. And so the thing is that when you're that big of the studio, and it's like, listen, we've got to start hitting some home runs before we can start saying that we got a verse. Because, like you said, immediately when you're saying you're gonna do a verse, there's another example. We had the Dark Universe with the monsters, like the Mummy, and
I was so excited for
that. They took the picture with all the monsters. They had all like big names, Tom Cruise and this person, and they did all of that, and then that one movie flopped, and then it was like, okay,
then they cut it all,
and they didn't even try. And
they tried.
Why not just bring Brendan Fraser back? Those movies were great.
I never watched the one with Tom Cruise. I was like, no.
I watched it. He fell out of an airplane. I'm like, no, give me Brendan Fraser and what's the girl's name? They were killer.
Oh, Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. I mean, come on, those movies were great. Now, The Scorpion King was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, to finish up our little talk
Weisz?
about what's coming up, we forgot to mention Marvel has Moon Knight.
Yes.
Right, which we're all excited. She-Hulk, Miss Marvel.
Yes.
But Moon Knight looks so
good.
So
I have not seen the trailer yet.
Oh my gosh.
Either.
I haven't seen it.
No. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
It aired
Hold
at
on.
one of the football
I
games
want
was
your
watching.
live reaction.
Okay, and look, after we do the trailer, we're gonna say goodbye to Bonnie.
Okay.
And talk your Boba Fett
Talking
stuff.
about Boba Fett.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so
We talked about this a little bit,
I don't know
Justin.
what's going to happen.
I'm so excited.
We talked about it.
And it's the villain. I thought it was the main guy. So
No. Oscar Isaac is the main guy.
It's the villain.
that's a bummer. That's a bummer he died though. Skiing accident, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited that you have. Oh wait, hold on. No, I gotta share the audio. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you can get
you
on.
can-
for
yeah,
Boba.
you can-
We'll swap out. I'll like.
Yeah,
100%.
Bon has
Tag
to
you
go
in.
because
Share
we going full.
Oh, I was sharing audio. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
Here we
Oh,
go.
so
let me get
excited.
this
Well, at
squared
least
away.
you can figure it out.
No, hold
oh
on.
look! Oh, the preview.
Wait, where did it go?
I love it.
Oh, where'd it go?
It
It's right
disappeared.
here.
What's going on?
I don't know. Hold on. Bear with me.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Third time's the charm.
I'm so excited.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome
The
to
cube. Oh yes!
Oh,
I'll turn the audio down a little bit.
I think I'm losing it.
He's losing it.
Yeah. You're bloody useless. Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Oh, you guys are wanting this.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
Oh. Hold the phone.
Flip phone. That's a razor.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark? It must be very difficult.
I love that he's in it.
Your head. There's chaos in you. Embrace the chaos.
Dude, watch this scene coming out. Right here. Oh.
It looks so good.
That's a
And I don't know
series?
much about this
Huh?
character.
That's a Disney Plus series.
That's a Disney
saw
Plus
it.
series.
Plus series.
Wow, I thought it was a movie, bro.
Yep.
Dude.
They spent some money on that, bro.
So, it's Justin.
What's up?
Okay, hold on. Before
All right. See y'all later. Bye.
So y'all know, like, Moon Knight has split personalities, right? And one of them,
No.
right?
I don't
so,
have a clue.
well, so
Yeah, I've
Moon Knight
never
has
seen
different.
anything.
He has different personalities, and
Okay.
one of his personalities is Moon Knight. And so, like, that's why he's constantly doesn't know what's going on. It's gonna be a
So he
it's gonna
doesn't
be
know
a
what
trip.
happens when he's the mummy looking dude.
Yeah,
The
through all of
Moon
his
Knight,
different
dude,
personalities.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trip. It's
Love
gonna
the
be
concept.
such a good.
I'm
show.
excited that it's a Disney Plus series. Like, honestly,
gonna-
that makes me more excited than being a movie.
Bon, we love you. Thank you so much.
Have
and we
fun.
will
I'll
see
catch
you.
up this
See you
weekend.
next week.
The big boys have got to talk
Yeah.
about
And-
Mando.
You better
Oh, that's why I'm on.
What are you building
Okay.
over there?
Oh, so I got my
Justin the
Mando,
Forgotten.
dude.
That's so
Check it.
cool.
So
Check
yeah,
Does he
it.
have
we're about to
does he
jump
have a
right
Grogu?
into this Boba Fett episode.
There's no
Let
Grogu.
Justin start this off.
So
What?
we'll jump off to Boba Fett Chapter 5.
I love that the best episode of Boba Fett that we've ever had was a Mandalorian episode, season 3, episode 1.
100%.
Dude, it was so good. Everything. And I've been like combing through the Reddit forums and I've been looking at everything that's been happening. And it has just been, there are so many details I've even missed. I've watched it 3 times now. And there's still, and I know that there's still stuff that I've missed. Sorry, my son's trying to electrocute himself. But I know that there's still stuff that I've even missed. But seeing BD1, the Starfighter, even down to just the Night of 1,000 Tears when we watched the Siege of Mandalore, like there's
on, man.
nothing in this whole episode that I didn't just freak out the whole time about.
Yeah.
I'll let somebody else go. My son's crying right now. So
Was I
From the
accurate?
s-
Was I
Sorry.
accurate on the opener? The opener.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
dude, absolutely. From the very beginning, whenever we watched, so if you go back and watch the episode 4, you'll hear the Mandalorian whistle.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sorry, can you hear him crying?
You're good.
Keep going,
Okay.
keep going.
So whenever you hear the Mandalorian whistle, whenever she's like, we could hire somebody, I didn't clue in on that. And then whenever we watched this last episode in the very beginning, I was like blown away. We see the Darksaber being used. We see a guy getting cut in half. It's like, this is everything we wanted Disney Plus to do with Star Wars. I want to see somebody, Joey said it last night, I want to see somebody get cut in half with a lightsaber. That's what I wanted.
Dude,
It was
he didn't
so
cut one
Yeah,
person
bro.
in half. He cut like 6 people in half. Like,
Cut
the
everyone.
man wasn't playing games. And that to me,
No.
like, dude, he just came in. We have not, like, this was not like friendly Mandalorian. This was
No.
Mandalorian just kicking ass.
Being exactly what he needed to be.
Here's the crazy part for me in the opener, and Joey, I'm gonna let you go.
Yep,
Listen,
yep.
your boy, I watched it the second time. I saw him when he cut old boy's head off.
Yep,
Oh,
you see it through the back.
yeah, you put it back, and then he's just walking around with his head in his bag. But here's the last thing. Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oof.
She did a scene. She shot a scene straight for 2 minutes. when he got on the elevator, he goes up the elevator, walks off the elevator, he goes to the party, he gets back on the elevator. That whole shot did not break the whole time.
No.
That's so cool.
Go back and rewatch it.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I love things like that for sure. So share my deal here. So Steve Perry, we talked about him last time. He wrote the book Shadows of the Empire, and he had some more comments about Star Wars, and this is good. He goes, Boba Fett, spoiler. Episode 5 of Boba Fett, best yet, hands down. Want to know why? No back to tank flashbacks.
That's so
no
true.
Huts, and no Boba Fett.
Dude, it's so true.
And
As much as I love Boba Fett, and as much as I love the Mandalorian lore that came from, because we wouldn't have Mandalorians if we never would have had a Boba Fett in the original first 3 movies. But as much as I love all of that, I love the Mandalorian so much more than I love the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Who else?
Go ahead, Shane.
Who else is dying to see Grogu's armor?
Now, so
hey,
I think
Ahmad, show that picture. You have that, the one that I sent you.
When that started happening, and they said like the foundling, like, dude, I looked at my wife and I was like, I swear to God, I'm going to lose it if we get Grogu and Mandalorian armor.
Well, I think so. From what they're speculating, because there's the scene with the chain links, right?
Yes.
So they're speculating that it's going to be a necklace with that head medallion that he has, but it's all made out of
Beskar.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Did you want me to show the
do both of them?
Picture? Was I supposed to show the Death Star picture?
What? Oh no! Don't show that one. No, don't show that one.
So I'm like,
we get canceled on that one.
The lore in this episode was phenomenal. We get the backstory of Mandalore. We get to see the fall of Mandalore, which was just a sick scene, right? And then you get to meet the armor again, which how kick-ass is the armor? And so she gives us the lore of the Darksaber, and she sets it up for what you got to do.
The curse.
Yes, and then obviously
I love that they explained that. You're absolutely right, Shane, where you're going. They talked about the curse, so that makes a lot more sense now with stuff. And then it made everything feel right about him not taking his helmet off now.
Yep.
Like to this point, it's like it was always like, okay, just take your damn helmet off.
Right.
Now it's
exactly.
like you look at it after this episode, you go, I get it. I get it.
There's
now.
consequences.
Yes.
So and now we see the result. We see the importance of him breaking the vow for Grogu. Like we see the importance of that, and now we get the repercussions. Where come on, that's so cool. So we have the repercussions where he has to go back and he has to bathe in that spring on a dead planet, which is just come on. And then the ship. Okay, so like when you get back to Tatooine, this is what I love. Like I get there was no Boba in this episode, but that doesn't bother me because I like that we're finally starting to see a connected universe. Right.
Yep.
So he flies back to Tatooine, and we know that Boba's there, but he sees the girl, and I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. So
all we know is she gets freaky with Jawas. That's all we know.
Yeah, which was weird. They're super hairy. Like, okay.
Did you see the other Jawa try to holler at her though?
Yeah. She's a furry.
She was like, "Look, I'm working on myself right now."
And she has a BT unit, by the way.
You see her bring out the ship, and instantly, like, oh my God, that's a Naboo starfighter. Which you're getting I just love the connectivity. And then when he finally starts, they build it, they start flying it. I don't know if you noticed, he's taking the pod racer route. So it's from the pod races. And when he goes through Beggar's Canyon?
Did you see that it's still damaged?
It's still broken. The guardrail is still broken where Anakin went off. Like,
thank you.
Dude, it's that little, those little attentions to detail that I've been dying for in Star Wars. Like, I don't care that we didn't see Boba. And I don't think it was a better episode because Boba wasn't in it. It's a better episode because we're finally getting a connected world. Like, it's Boba Fett. But it's still we're still advancing Boba's story, but you're also setting us up for season 3 of The Mandalorian, which just melts my mind.
But to be fair, though, when Boba showed up in Mandalorian, we were just as geeked.
Exactly. No, we were.
We were.
Or we were just as geeked when we saw Ahsoka. When
100%.
Mando was barely in the episode.
Right. So do you
think about the meltdown with Luke Skywalker?
Well, do you not think that? I know we have 2 episodes left. I think that we don't even understand what's about to happen in the
So,
next two
yeah.
episodes. Dave Filoni's going to be in control of these. It's going to be something huge.
Yeah, me and Justin were talking about this today. Look at how Dave ends all his stuff, right? Look at Rebels, the end of season 1, the end of season 2, the very end of the end of the show, right? Like Dave Filoni always delivers at the ending. Look at the end of Mandalorian, the first one. The Darksaber comes out. We were like, what happened?
Yeah.
Then we had Luke Skywalker. And the end of this is going to be great because Dave Filoni, that is his thing. It's going to be great.
Here's what's super interesting is his words. Because he's like, nope, tell him it's on the house. I'm going to help him. But I have one thing to do. I have to go see someone first. Or I have to go give something. I forget the exact wording, but basically,
says, I got to see somebody first. I got to see.
Yeah, I got to go see Grogu before I come back and help him. So if we're going by what he said, then he's going to see Grogu before he helps Boba.
Yes.
And there's only 2 episodes left, so I don't know if they're going to show us Grogu. But
so do you think that we get a season 2 of Book of Boba?
I do.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't know that we need one.
No, we don't. I honestly, if Boba Fett dies at the end of this, I'd be okay.
He's not dying. They're not killing off Boba Fett.
I'd be okay with it.
I told Justin, I was like, it's called Book of Boba Fett. Like, I almost feel like
there's a beginning. And there you go.
Like, it's almost like setting it up. I don't know, just the way it feels to me on that.
I think we get at least 2 seasons. I think they give it one more shot.
Well,
they don't have enough established.
Listen. I already told y'all if Cad Bane ain't in it, it's a wrap for me.
Dude, there's no way that we don't get even if it's just like a little bit of a hint of Cad Bane.
I'll say this.
I'll say this.
If Cad Bane is not in this season, that guarantees we will have a second season and he will be in it.
Yeah.
Because the only way they don't put him in it is they're going, we're using him on season 2.
He's in season 2.
There you go.
At least tease them. Like show his
I'm with you.
Show his droid, show his spurs.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But I agree with you, Mod. Like, I just don't know how Dave Filoni, when they say we're writing Book of Boba Fett, and they all sit down and they're like, well, what do we need to put in it? I don't know how Cad Bane doesn't come up in the conversation.
Right.
I don't know how you use all the bounty hunters. Like this is a bounty hunter show.
He's such a big part and integral to the bounty hunters we already have in there.
And he's currently being used
with Fennec Shan.
100%.
He's in the Bad Batch. Like
so let's say that we don't see him. Let's say that we do not see him in Boba Fett. Do you think that you see him in Ahsoka?
No, it doesn't.
Or in Kenobi?
It makes more sense in Boba. It makes no sense in Kenobi.
No, it does. It does. Why would it make no sense in Kenobi? He would be the antagonist, I would think.
No. Vader's the antagonist.
Yeah, that's Obi and Vader, and that's Obi and Anakin's story.
Well, and we are only getting 1 season of Obi, so right.
Obi's a one-off.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see. I'm curious, and I know we're never going to know this, but what is the budget for Obi-Wan compared to these other 2 series? Because Obi-Wan is a one-off, do you think it's because it's so much more expensive than the others, or do you think it's all around the same budget?
No, it's going to be around the same budget because they're all using the spear thing.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, is McGregor more expensive than anyone else? Like, I'm just curious the financials of these shows. I know it doesn't matter much.
No, I don't. I just think everybody has their. I don't see him being more expensive than Pedro Pascal. But Pedro Pascal's been more present as an actor than Ewan McGregor.
That's true. That's true.
And then, especially you talking about Rosario Dawson, she's definitely more present.
She's not cheap.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm curious. I know we haven't seen anything on Ahsoka. Ahsoka's what, a 2023 series at best?
Well, we've been seeing casting news for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Now I will say this: the scenery for the Mando episode been better than anything that I've seen in.
Bro, I told
100%.
Joey this earlier. I said, don't even start talking about whenever he's in that starfighter and he's flying over Mos Espa. Dude, I've never seen anything that felt like someone just stuck a GoPro on an actual starfighter. It was incredible.
It was just that world. That little.
I was I thought of
Yeah.
Shane when I saw the Halo.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we didn't even talk about the Halo. They
Yeah, where's Master
legitimately
Chief?
put. I literally looked at my wife and I go, they put a Halo in Star Wars, and like
Yeah.
you even see it curving up. I'm like, they legitimately put a Halo in Star Wars. Like,
That's awesome.
They
Them
did.
just walking around in that city was just like, my
Yes.
God. And then,
so good.
how many of y'all got nervous when that robot said you got to put all your weapons?
Oh, come on, man! I was like, he's
He's-
losing that dark saber
He's
right
looking
now.
at the dark saber, and he's like, and you're like, oh no, this is gonna. They're setting it up.
Don't
for he
put that in
loses it.
there.
And
Don't
then
put
when he
it in
opened
there.
it back, I'm like, it's not going to be in there. And then just no big deal,
Rachel,
it was in
Rachel, and
there.
we both said the same things. Like, it's not gonna be in there.
How about when the X-wings pull up, and I mean, it's just like casually, like two cops just pulled you over, and they're just chatting like, "Yes, officer," and like, you know, so they're going through the normal procedure, and then he just pushes the button, and that
And he's
is
gone.
It's
Oh.
gone. Like the one guy
Speaking
thought he
of-
went to.
Speaking of those officers, right?
Yeah.
You know the new guy. You know who that was?
The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Who?
The first guy is the guy who played Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
Is it
really?
really?
Yeah, that's him.
I didn't know that.
I did not catch that.
Who they did the face thing on? That's him. That's him.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. That's
I
really
did
cool.
not know that.
And I just like how like the Republic is like, you know, they're like, he's like, do we report this? And he's like, do you want to go back and fill out paperwork all day? And he's like, nah. Like,
Hey, talking
it's
to
cool.
talking to a few of my police buddies, that's very accurate. They're like, nah, I don't want to go back and do that.
who wants
You
to
can
go
do
fill
it.
out paperwork? Let's fly
Exactly.
around. So well done. I'm excited for his new ship. Like I hope he keeps it for a little while. Like, cause it's awesome.
I
dig
told
it.
Joey, I said, listen, they just sold $1 billion on toys right there with that ship.
Oh
I won't
yeah.
buy that ship.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wait till they get a model. I'm going to be doing the same thing I'm doing right now with
I-
that model.
When I saw that BD droid, I popped so hard for Joey. Like
I know.
I
I was so excited. Yeah.
You said that last
I ju-
night, Ahmad, whenever you called me. He's like,
just
I
wanna
can't
s-
wait till Joey sees that.
I just like it makes me want to see everything that I want to see in live action. I would love to see Cal Kestis, but I really
Yeah.
want to see Ezra so bad in live
We're
action.
I bet
gonna
we see it.
Ezra.
I know.
I mean,
but
Ezra's coming.
I'm just ready for all
Yeah,
that.
they got Aladdin playing Ezra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think we get Kanan in a flashback or something?
I
Or
hope
like a
so.
Force Ghost
I
Kanan?
don't know. Force
I mean-
Ghost Kanan would be cool.
Force Ghost Kanan would make sense.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is available to do it.
Hey,
And he,
Ahmad,
yeah.
What's
I
up?
want you to tell them the actors that you want to play Cad Bane because they are so good.
You told me the first one, and I can't get over it.
I know. I told Ahmad. I spoiled it for Joey, but tell
Go
us
ahead.
who you would have. And I
Well-
want you to say it.
So first, I said obviously Michael K. Williams would have been perfect for Cad Bane.
Yes.
God rest his soul. He would have been perfect. We talked about what's my boy name?
The guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
No,
The
that guy for me, I was like, as soon as he said, I was like, yeah, he's already got blue paint. Like
Yeah.
he would be
He's-
perfect.
He's older and grizzled too.
Yes.
And then I also said Lakeith Stanfield. I've seen him as a cowboy. He would be perfect. I know you don't. That name doesn't ring a bell. But, look up. Did y'all watch Get Out?
No,
Y'all didn't watch Get Out?
I didn't.
Okay. Well, Lakeith Stanfield plays in a show called Atlanta with Donald Glover.
I know Atlanta.
But he's also in a movie on Netflix as a cowboy. He was ruthless, bro.
Donald
would be
Glover.
great. But look up Lakeith Stanfield. You'll see a picture of him. He would be
Okay.
great.
Okay.
I don't know any Donald Glover.
I mean, I honestly think we get a season 2 of Boba. I really do, and I think
No,
that's where we
Childish
start seeing some of
Gambino.
the other bounty hunters.
Childish Gambino.
I don't know, but this was the best episode, and I mean, look, these next 2 episodes better be great.
Dude, I think we're going to be blown away. Honestly,
Yeah, there's been rumors that episode 6 was a big episode, so we'll see. I mean,
I'm excited 'cause
with
this
like
was-
cameos.
hey,
This
I have
episode was amazing.
I have faith in Dave.
Yeah, and Dave, we trust.
In Dave, we trust. I'm going to wear my
Start putting
shirt
it on the coins.
I'm wearing my shirt on Sunday.
You need to.
I'm going
Yeah.
to.
I had to
Well-
break out the mall shirt. So it just so many things. That episode, man, you could watch it 100 times and still pick stuff out.
Absolutely.
So well done.
Dude, go look at the Reddit forums. They're really great.
Yeah, even the people that I watch that are like always like negative about everything, loved it. It's good.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, come on, man. This gets me so excited for season 3 of Mando. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Oh yeah. Well, so that was the one thing that Rachel and I talked about. We were just like, the Boba Fett is great, but it's a story that we know and that we're wanting people to end. Like, we get it. Boba Fett, blah, blah, blah. We love it. Mandalorian is so wide open. I think Dave Filoni understands, like, this is new Star Wars. We have no idea who this guy is. And so we don't have to stick to a certain whatever. We can just do whatever we want to do. But he's doing everything right. He's doing everything right.
It's crushing it.
Yeah.
Killing
Crushing it. So, I mean, obviously, we're not going to see him go back to Mando or Mandalore until season 3. That's going to be a season 3 plot. He's got to go redeem himself.
Yeah.
Well, I think him. Yeah, I was about to say him trying to redeem himself would be the plot of season 3. But
Of season 3.
Have
What is that?
Mando
that's
leg.
Cal Kestis. That's what he wants to see.
So, real quick, I know we're wrapping it up, but so I don't know if you guys knew, but EA just had one of their conference calls, and so we're supposed to. There's a rumor that we're going to be getting the reveal of what was that game again that he's in?
Fallen Jedi 2.
Thank you. So Fallen Jedi 2, the reveal is supposedly coming soon. And a lot of people think it may be around May the 4th. They also announced that they have 2 other Star Wars games in productions at EA. So that's kind of interesting. We don't know anything about them, but we have 3 games coming from EA, and then we have the one from Ubisoft. And then obviously we have the new Lego game coming very soon.
You guys just wait until I have fiber. You're in trouble.
Star Wars gaming, man. It's hopefully in a good place.
When I get the fiber out
That's
here,
still one of my favorite.
Still crying
Joey.
for him. Crying. Bonnie's about to be sobbing.
Yeah.
I love that figure.
All right, man. Well, look, this is the Marauders. We're here every Thursday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. We got Justin the Forgotten, the foundling. Edie is back.
unofficially back, creating the Mandalorian right here. I bought a couple of new. Cool. Yeah, so I have that one, and let me see if I can go ahead, finish it out. I'm gonna get this other one.
And of course, we had Bon joining us, but join us every Thursday, talk nerdy to us, and we out this thing.
Out.
That's it.
See you guys in a week.
So Shane,